So to come down and drop off some flowers is a simple, very simple way to just kind of say thank you for having to be the spark that ignited this flame.
I think it's beautiful because, like, even though we're all upset, his life and his memory and who he was is being honored in such a beautiful way. I really expected there to be more focus on just like outrage, and it's just completely respectful of his life, every part of who he was, and the fact that a horrible thing happened to him here.
This is history that each and every one of us are making while we're out here on the streets, and it's something super deep and powerful that just changes you as a whole person when you're out here.
And what was your whole reaction to the video of George Floyd?
I don't know if as a white person, I don't know if we should center on my feelings. I want to know how you feel. I want to know how all these other people feel.
Here's the question. I know how black people and people of color feel, but we don't really get white people speaking so much on this issue.
I feel that. So, I mean, if you want to know, it's hard to put in words. I'm angry. I have rage. I'm sad. It's just.
I did not finish it. It was brutal, it was heartbreaking, and it's ridiculous that that kind of thing is still happening.
Very, very angry. I think about my little cousins who are too young to understand, unfortunately, the world that they've been born into, and trying to find a way for them to understand and yet still keep their innocence.
It's heartbreaking. It's not humane. And it's messed up that it keeps having to happen.
It's really unbelievable. It is believable at the same time, because we know this has been going on since forever.
I felt the tug because of the tragedy, and I just want to lend support to the cause. It's long overdue. What happened was horrific. I want to see justice brought down on all 4 officers.
It's always someone who's black. It's not ever a white person. It's not ever a white or a black cop on a white person. It's never like that. All I see is white police on black people, and it's just needs to stop. There has to be an end to it. It's been for the past 4,000 years that the system has mistreated our black people, and it's not okay, and it's totally unfair.
They say that in order for change to occur with this black movement, it needs white support.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about that?
Absolutely, 100%. This is not one community's responsibility. This is all of ours, and white people have been oppressing for far too long. We've been having the first pick, the top pick for too long, and I think it all just needs to be equal. We need to be, it's not about not seeing color, it's about just being people, being together.
This is not a black person problem. This is, everyone should be upset right now. And white people especially, because we're the reason why this is still happening, because we haven't done enough.
I think it's super powerful for white people to be out here because they're half of the problem, and the ones who aren't standing out here fighting for another race's life shows exactly who they are, and they are part of the problem.
White people need to understand that we are, in fact, a huge part of the problem, and we need to fix this shit. Like, we need to do something. So I'm putting in my part, I'm doing what I can.
There seems to be a lot of white support, but also people are telling me not all white people are supporting this.
No, they're not. They're just posting shit online. They're posting shit on Facebook. They're talking about their opinions. They're not here. They're not actually protesting.
They're reposting photos without backing up with their action.
They're just literally pulling information out of their ass to sound educated, but it really shows that they don't care, and that they're not being an ally, and they're actually being an enemy. And they're not standing up for the great cause and what actually has been going on, and that the whole system is fucked, and people need to wake the fuck up and realize what the fuck's been going on.
We've built this system that takes advantage of black people, and then when black people need us, we say, oh, there's no problem. There's absolutely a problem.
It is important for white people to be out here, young white people like me, and it makes me so sad to look around and see that there's not as much as white people as there should be.
Well, I think there's a lot of white people that are behind it, but a lot of them are afraid to come out, because they don't want to get beat up and stuff too, because it goes both ways, so there's fear. We're all afraid of each other and stuff.
Are you afraid being here right now?
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not. It's daylight. I wouldn't come out here at night. I live in this neighborhood. I wouldn't come here at night,
okay.
I just don't, because I don't have to, but everybody's afraid of everybody. It seems like we need to stop, fearing each other and start embracing.
Yeah, I need to stand with my friends in my community because I need to use my white privilege because
We care
I
about our
have
community.
no fear of being arrested and being murdered or killed.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't have to worry about that.
I think Minnesota's a phenomenal place, and I think that it's done a nice job of having that balance outside of the institutions.
I'm from Orange County originally, but I've been in Minnesota for a while, and usually Minnesota has this pristine image, especially Minneapolis. We've had Super Bowls, Final Fours, a lot of good stuff up here. Lakes that you can swim in and drink the water out of. But Minnesota's turning into Mississippi, and they need to change the narrative. They really need to change it.
Minnesota racism is very passive aggressive, and I think that people, especially white people in Minnesota, cannot accept that there is in fact racism in Minnesota. And I think this was a huge step forward for people to have the conversation and for there to just actually be acceptance of the true problem at hand. But no, we all have blood on our hands. We're all guilty as white people, and unfortunately, it's coming to light.
Yeah, it's a great city when this doesn't happen. Unfortunately, we have a corrupt police system right now, and it needs help, and people here need to help it.
Thanks for watching StreetTV.net. If you're not subscribed, please hit that button below and click the bell to receive alerts and notifications. Feel free to comment below so you can give us your feedback, and be sure to watch the 2 related episodes to the right. If you want to support this platform or follow us on social media, visit the links in the description. And thanks for watching StreetTV.net.